All set to go, they're off and racing. Well, Pillory jumped a little bit sideways at the start. Looks like it lost a bit of ground. Can be a bit of an optical illusion, that, but it didn't seem to come out all that well. Cinder Rock'n'Rella and Bright Heart and Misspoken showing a bit more speed here. And Misspoken will go through along the inside and take the lead with Cinder Rock'n'Rella, followed by Love Somebody. And then Bright Heart. Pillory back on the rail in about 5th spot, followed by Sarah Mina. And then Mickleburg outside it. Oceanica next, followed by Fever Lane. And a mile settling at the back of the field. So Misspoken took it up, led by a half a length on Cinder Rock'n'Rella at the 800. Bright Heart third. Pillory railing into 4th, and then Love Somebody, followed by Sarah Mina. Mickleburg just sitting off them, just past midfield, followed by a mile Fever Lane. And Oceanica back last of all. 600 to go. Cinder Rock'n'Rella went up and is pouring the pressure on Misspoken. Bright Heart starting to make its run on the outside in 3rd spot. Pillory and Love Somebody tracking them. Mickleburg now commencing to make a move, but it'll be pushed wide on the turn. Into the straight, and Cinder Rock'n'Rella and Misspoken are fighting it out. Pillory's into the clear. Bright Heart only battling from Love Somebody and Mickleburg. Misspoken went through again and regained the lead. Now down the outside, Mickleburg starting to run on. The grey Oceanica from the back, but Misspoken's in front, and it's drifting off the track, but it's got them beaten. Misspoken beat Mickleburg and Oceanica, and then Cinder Rock'n'Rella from Pillory, Love Somebody, Fever Lane, Sarah Mina, Bright Heart, and a mile finish tailed off.
Brian York, Speak of the Yard, Misspoken at $10 into $7.50. Well done, Brian. $8.40 on the tote. Number 9, the winner, beats home. Mickleburg, number 3, ran on nicely. And number 10, Oceanica, in 3rd placing. Richie, the numbers 9, 3, 10. But a good job by Brian at pretty good odds there.
Oh, certainly was. And how good is Blake Shin riding? How good is he riding? She got a little bit of a check at the start and chopped out at Kembla Grange, but no one in the world would have thought she was going to lead here this afternoon. $10 into $7.50. Very well backed. And she just led them a merry dance. She got a little bit tired late and wanted to run off the track. $8.70, the maxi div, $8.70, started $7.50. Mickleburg made up good ground and just got a little bit hampered in the last 100 metres. And 3rd, number 10, Oceania. Makes that form race look okay behind Trickshot at Kembla Grange. And a few of the other runners were a little bit disappointing in the run to the line. But Misspoken, Gun Ride Blake Shin wins the money.
Yeah, exactly. And well backed on course. And Brian, yeah, well, she took the eye and she got the prize.
Yes, Caroline, she, well, look, the way the race was run, she had all favours out front there and beautifully rated by Blake Shin, and he is really riding well since he's come back, and he's a man on a mission, that's for sure. So I think he's made the difference here with his ride. Mickleburg, when they're going those sort of sectionals, are wide on the turn, and those leaders, when they've had a soft run, they can skip away from them. So, you know, it couldn't win from where it was, but it's run a good race.
Yeah, and Pillory in the end, after a bit of a zigzaggy sort of a start, well, she had every chance too, as the gap opened there as they came around the turn, but she's just pretty much plodded to the line. But there is the winner, Misspoken, $10 into $7.50. She is a filly by Stratum, the Golden Slipper winner out of Smart Chat, a Carpstad mare for Gary Portelli and Blake Shin. There are the English interims, Misspoken $8.40, $2.60. Mickleburg $2.20, and Oceanica at $9.70. And Gary Portelli, I know he is here. I've seen him around today, not quite up at the Magic Million sales like some of the trainers. 1:22.34 is the time, but I'm sure we'll be heading up there in the next few days ahead of the Magic Millions sales. But here's the filly coming back to scale, and Gary Portelli heading to Richie.
Yeah, pretty happy Gaz too, and she had a clear run from the gate. She got a little bit checked out there at Kembla last time, but today, brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at Kembla. Changed a few things with the bridle. I think she just didn't look right in the bird cage, and took the Kyneton noseband off her and changed the bridle. And I just said to Blake, look, I don't know what happened last week. Like, to start before at Canterbury, she could have led at Canterbury. I said, just be where she's comfortable, and he just, what a great ride.
He's going, well, first of all, what about Blake Shin? He's a credit to himself how he's come back.
Yeah, well, look, you don't find any jockeys, any jockey that's more focused than what he is at any time. You know, you know, he does his form, and he came out here and he basically just said, I think she can win if I give her a good ride, and that's exactly what happened. So, really good. And
plenty of happy owners, Gaz. Elite Thoroughbreds and their leg on the team, the filly by Stratum.
Yeah, look, mate, I said last time when we had that winner at Shady Favour a couple of weeks ago, we're starting to get a run on now. Adrian from Elite Thoroughbreds buys all the horses just for me, so I've basically got my own private syndicator now, which is good. And we've had a big rap on this. It's good for the owners. They've had a bit of a sad face last week at Kembla, but it's amazing how things can change in racing.
Well, at Kembla, they ran home in 33.19. You come from last. Her sectional was the best of the day.
Exactly. Her run was enormous, but, you know, for those that aren't really that educated when it comes to sectionals, they probably looked an ordinary run if you've had your money on. But, you know, I was pretty keen on it today as long as she did everything right.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Gary Portelli and Blake Shin, Misspoken.
Indeed, and well, Magic Millions, I'm sure they'll be heading back up there. The Elite Thoroughbreds team's bought from Canning Down Stud this filly for just $20,000. So, Brian, a bargain buy, and you can see, you know, you can get a nice type of filly. As you said, she looked great in the yard for not that much money. Yeah,
look, that's right. Yeah, but there's always bargains around. If you can find, if you know your horses and you can see a good type, there's always a bargain there.
All right, there's Blake Shin making a successful return to racing in the last few weeks. He's about to have a chat with Rich.
Yeah, he's riding in great form. He rode a double on Wednesday at Canterbury, and on horses that weren't exactly fancied. Arm's length was around the $6 mark, I should say. And the next one was about 30 to 1 for Bart Cummings. It hadn't won since Adam and Eve were playing in the garden. But he's got the money here on Misspoken, and wow, a little bit of a shine for the camera. Unfortunately for you, Blake, when they're taking the photo, I'm going to be in the background. It's not going to look real good. Surprised you how much really early speed she showed?
Oh, look, a little bit. I was actually more surprised at how she just didn't want to come back to me in the early stages. I wanted to hold my position from an inside barrier, thinking that there wasn't much speed, but I just would have loved her to come back to me a little bit in the early stages and mid stages. She just wanted to do too much within herself, and I was surprised at how much she had in the finish. And look, she's a progressive filly. She's a nice horse, and the owners are going to have a lot of fun.
She got a little bit tired late.
She did get a little tired late, but look, she was entitled to, because, like I said, she wanted to do too much within herself early and mid-race, and she gave a good kick, but she was found wanting late.
Well done, buddy.
Thanks very much.
Blake Shin, he's in form, is he what? And he's hungry. Well, I'm hungry too, but he's hungry to ride winners. 9-3, 10-1 on race 2 here at Warwick Farm. Heading back to Caulfield, here's Richo.
Good on you, Rich. You're always hungry, my friend. That's what we love about you. But also we love Blake Shin.